It's easy to say, when I saw you walking across the water in the middle of the night, shut up. Because we take 30 minutes to say the most important words that you'll ever say in a commitment.
I marry you today
with this ring,
with
all that I am,
with all that I am,
and all that I have,
with all that I have,
including my cell phone.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
It's easy to break.
We can acknowledge that the Christian marriages of today are one of the most complicated and predictable marriages that we do have in the world at the moment. It is also a fact that almost 70 to 80% of the Christian marriages of today do not even survive. We have mega pastors, bishops, apostles, evangelists, and prophets who are either on their second or third marriages. We are at a point in the work of God where Christians of today no longer even believe in the Christian marriages again, whether they are godly or will even last longer. You won't believe what the wife of Bishop Thomas T.B. Jones had to say about the rampant divorce in the Christian home or marriages, and what she had to say again about women who have different mentality about marriages of today. Now, as you watch the video, don't forget to share with me your opinion under the comment section. Like the video, subscribe, and put me on the bell notification icon. And I am coming back after this video with biblical take on this, and this is Abel Global Prayers.
Right, I'm gonna sit on back, but I get so saddened by the disassembling of families and marriages. It breaks my heart because we take 30 minutes to say the most important words that you'll ever say in a commitment, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, richer for poor. Then this new generation came along and we want to make our own vows. You know why? Because it's easy to break. It's easy to say, when I saw you walking across the water in the middle of the night, shut up. Better or worse, sickness, health, richer, poor, forsaking all others, I'ma cling to him.
For better,
For worse,
for worse,
for richer, for poorer.
for poorer.
Yeah. We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Bria made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke. In sickness, and in health. To love, cherish, and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I marry you today
With this ring,
with
all that I am,
with all that I am,
and all that I have,
with all that I have,
including my cell phone. Okay, I'll say it on his behalf, including his cell phone. The cell phone has to be part of the deal.
This has been a reality staring at us. It is almost a challenge and a battle that almost every Christian, every believer is facing. Now, just as I stated before, that the Christian marriage today is one of the most complicated and predictable marriages in the world at the moment. It looks as if a believer is getting married today, you can easily predict what is going to happen or the outcome of the marriage. All because we have people in these times where they only care about themselves, who are so much into themselves, who are so selfish about themselves that they do not even care about the implications of the vows they do pronounce on their wedding day. Now, just as the Bible said that in the last days, men will be lovers of themselves. And so we are living in times where believers of today are not faithful to their own words. Believers of today are not accountable to their own words. Whereas the Bible has said that let your yes be yes and your no be no. And so it is one of the most complicated institutions where believers are struggling to get it right. Now, as I said, we have bishops, we have mega pastors, prophets, teachers, apostles, evangelists who are either on their second or third marriages. And so it has become one of the most complicated institutions in the things of God. Now, we are even at a point where believers no longer trust in the Christian marriages, whether they are godly, whether they will even last. There is no faith, there is no belief in it again. Many people do not even see this as something that is so godly, as something that is so honorable that the Lord himself brought for us, or something that God himself has been the originator of the whole thing or the ideology of marriage. Now, if you could look at the videos, you could see that we have women today who want to get married, but at the same time, they are not prepared for the rainy seasons. Though they are prepared for good seasons, they are prepared for the moment of riches. They are prepared for the moment of glory. They are prepared for the moment of joy and honor. But we have people who are not even prepared for the moment of sorrow, for rainy season, for the moment of poverty, or for the moment of hard times. And this tells us the condition of a church. Now, we are even at a point where a brother and a sister may be at the same church for years, but still will be doubting each other whether they can be good couples. It is a sad situation that is staring at us. And as a Christian, marriage is a godly thing. It is an institution that God himself is the originator of the whole idea of marriage. Now, the Bible said in Genesis chapter 2, the verse 21 up to the 24th verse, that in the beginning, after God had created man and woman, God said that in a course of time within his creation, it is one of his intended plans that a man shall leave the father and a mother, and shall cleave unto the wife, and both shall become one flesh. And so marriage is original plan of God. It is something that God created for us, but we are in a point where the marriages of believers of today do not last. And as I was saying, because we have people who are not accountable to their words, we have believers who do not even care about their promises. We have Christians who are not even thinking about the implications of the promises they make. If not, how would believers stand in front of God on the altar and then make vows in the name of God or before God that they are going to care for each other, be there for each other, be faithful for each other, and then after the marriage go and behave otherwise? Now, the Christian marriages of today, we can no longer depend on it, or because we have selfish people. We are people who don't want to be accountable for anything. We are people who uses marriage as a means of status. We are people who uses marriage as a means of getting properties. We are people who uses marriage as a means of whiling away time. And so when we find ourselves in this kind of condition, it is the church and it is Christianity that easily breaks down. And you know that marriage even has become a weapon that other people are using to shade Christianity. Marriage has become a weapon that others are using to degrade Christianity, to degrade anything that is in Christianity, that it is unreliable, that it is not legit, and that Christianity is a wrong religion for other people. And it is all because of these stuff that are happening around Christianity. And that is why, even as a Christian, even as we trust God and even as we believe in God, I believe that the times we live in are dangerous, the times we live in are scary, the times we live in are unpredictable. Therefore, just as a believer will have other things too, I will suggest that as a Christian, when you want to get married or when you feel like you are of the age to look for a wife or a husband, I believe that the first thing to do is to commit into the hands of God. Now, even though Good and perfect gift comes from God, but as you pray about, you open your eyes and you study things for yourself. Because the times in which we live in, people are very selfish, people are pretenders, people are not themselves, people pretend to get what they even know they do not deserve. People will pretend to get anything as long as it benefits them. That is why the times we live in are dangerous. That is why the times we live in, marriages are killing believers. I've seen mega pastors, I've seen mega musicians, we have seen other believers who were so important to the kingdom work, to the kingdom assignment, who lost their life all because of a wrong marriage, or because of a bad marriage, or because of a wrong partner. And therefore, it is a high time for us all to pray. I will admonish that whenever we wish, like we want to get married, I believe the first key, the first thing to do is to please pray a lot, because you cannot trust people today. People come for many reasons. People are into marriages. People desire marriages for many reasons, not surely because they want to get married, not because they are family oriented, not because they have vision, they have future. People do get married for many other reasons. And that is why, as a believer, you have to be very careful with the choices you make for your life, especially when getting married. Because this thing is a serious business. And because also it is an agenda of God, it is a desire of God that we all get married one day. You have to take your time and pray to God. And I believe that God can give you a good and a perfect spouse or a partner. But in all, be vigilant, be wise, and steady yourself, steady people, because people get married for many reasons. If not, just check about all these things that are happening, the rampant divorce in the Christendom and in the Christian home. This thing is sickening, and it is equally alarming that you cannot trust the age and the times we live in. Now, this is Ever Global Prayers. Very excited to have come your way. Let me know your opinion and equally your understanding over what is happening in the Christendom today, especially about Christian women and Christian men when it comes about the Christian marriage. Now, like our video, subscribe and put me on the bell notification icon. And until we meet again, the Lord keep you, bless you. I'm out.